Hey guys, this is in case you missed the kickoff on September 11th, 2011. Alright, again, we're still called Relentless Student Ministries because it's something that we want your life following Jesus to not just be something that you do when you come to church and when you see people who you know from church. It's a relentless pursuit, something you have to do every day, every minute to follow Jesus. And that's why we're named Relentless Student Ministries, because Jesus and God never give up on us, and we need to passionately follow after them the same way that they love us. All right. And this is our vision statement, which is to show students the relevance Jesus has for their lives. Relevance may be a big word, but relevance just means that Jesus has a place in our lives. He's not just some guy who lived a long time ago. He means everything in our lives right now. There's a reason that we talk about him. He has importance in our lives. And that's our whole goal of everything we do, is to try and show everybody that. And this is the verse that we base our ministry on as well. It's from Colossians chapter 2, verse 7. Let your roots grow down into him, meaning Jesus, and let your lives be built on him. Then your faith will grow strong in the truth you were taught, and you will overflow with thankfulness. We want you guys to be rooted, strong, and deep, so that way when the storms of life come, you can handle it because you know who you are and whose you are in God. All right, so real quickly, we'll go through the rules again. Don't die. It sounds silly, but that's the number one rule. And it means that if we're out by a cliff, don't start playing King of the Hill. It's just my way of saying use common sense. Oh, don't forget, Mr. T said, don't hurt yourself or others because you're acting like a fool. It's for real. Everyone who is to be treated with dignity and respect. Doesn't just mean people in our group. It means everybody, because we're ambassadors for Jesus in everything we do. And if we make fun of somebody, that's not really showing Jesus. So we want to make sure that everyone is treated the same way that we would want to be treated, so that they know that we care about them. And number 3, no cell phones or music players at events, meaning when we're in the sanctuary and we're having serious time, if we're having a discussion time, don't get on your cell phone. I'll get super mad and I'll steal it from you, so don't do it. It's disrespectful to those who are teaching and those who are trying to pay attention, but you're kind of distracting them. And most of all, you're saying to God that you're more worried about texting someone or something on your phone than you are learning about him. I don't know about you, but when I get up to heaven and Jesus is like, oh, so here's what you did in your life, I don't want that to be one of the things he brings up. It's really not worth it. So, all right, programming. This is the stuff that we do week in and week out. Sunday nights from 5:30 to 7:30. We're going to keep it 2 hours because an hour and a half is just too short. So from 5:30 to 7:30, most every Sunday night, we're going to have Snapshot, where we just come, hang out, have fun, and talk about Jesus for a real short period of time. So this is the place to invite your friends. If your friends don't know Jesus and they're not really sure about church, it's okay. This is the place to come because it's a safe place for us to talk about it. And you know how it is. We normally just play some games. We go in the sanctuary for a little bit, do a little Bible study kind of thing, get you guys involved, and then we play some more games. So please invite people. It's kind of the main thing we do together. Also, while we're talking about it, what we're going to be talking about all year long is Jesus' parables. Jesus talked in these stories to try and teach us things about him, about God, about God's kingdom, about God's plan for us, and the way we should live our lives. And we're going to go through these stories, these teachings that Jesus taught people, so we can not only know more about Jesus, but more about how we are to live as well. So that's what we're going to be talking about all year at Snapshot. We're going to be talking about Jesus' parables. All right. Some other stuff going on. This October, we'll talk more about it, but there's a big church-wide study going on, and it's called the Strong Challenge. We want everyone to get involved. Come on Sunday mornings. Norm's going to be preaching the same stuff that other pastors from 70-some churches are going to be preaching. They're all working together on this thing. It's a really cool way to be involved as a bigger community besides just our church. And also, we're going to be meeting in small groups. We've kind of done some of that before as a youth group. But I want you guys to think about it. It'll start October 9th. So we want you guys to think about it, pray about it, and get involved. We'll talk more about how you can sign up for a small group as we go. But I really think that it's super awesome that you can do this, because Jesus only had 12 people follow him around. So he was kind of a small group leader too. So it's one of the best ways to learn and get closer to God. And we're going to keep doing life groups from grades 8 through 12. We'll start them up after the journey thing is over. So keep your eyes posted for that. And confirmation is a time where we go through just some of the basics of Christianity, some of the crazy words that you don't know, or maybe some of the things that are really confusing, but we try and explain those. So this is just a basics, and it's also a way for you to stand up and say at the end that I really do believe in Jesus. But you can go through the whole thing, and if you're not there yet, that's fine. You don't have to do it. There's no pressure on that. But it's a really good time. We just meet once a month on the first Wednesday of every month. So if you're interested, come see me, and we'll talk more about it. All right. Yeah, we're talking about Jesus and his parables. All right. As far as this events, this is the stuff that we're going to be doing. Fifth quarter. After every midi home football game, we're going to meet in the parking lot and have some fun. It's going to be awesome. So from around 10:15ish to 11:45, we'll do the bonfire and stuff. And if it's raining, we'll go inside. We got the gym and everything. So if you're hanging out after the football game, you don't have anything to do, come hang out with us, invite some friends. There will be no preaching or teaching time. We're just going to hang out and show people that we care about them. All right. On October 30th, we're going to go to Monster Mini Golf with Hope United Methodist. So we're going to leave the church at 1:15. So if you come to church second service, you can just stay. Let me know if you're coming. We'll get some pizza ordered. Or you can go eat some lunch with your family real quick and come back. Or whatever it is. And it'll just be $7 a person. So we'll be talking more about that too. Halloween night. We're going to have the same thing we did last year at Deb's house, where we cook out for people. We have a ton of candy and some bags. So we're going to need some help bagging some stuff up. And we give free coffee and brownies and whatever else we can to people, just to show them that God loves them. So if you are not going to be doing anything on Halloween night, I encourage you to come out. We're going to be doing it again at Deb's house, or we're going to do it at the church, and it's going to be a huge thing. So please come help out. You can still dress up. It'll be fun. All right. This other thing is coming up in November. It's one meal, one day. And it's kind of challenging everybody. If you skip one meal for one day, to send that money to Compassion International, which is an amazing group that loves Jesus, and they feed people all around the world. That is what they are about. So I want you guys to start talking this up at school, and I'll give you some more stuff so you can start doing that. And if you guys can get your entire lunchroom, or most of it, to donate their lunch money that day towards this, you could save so many lives. You could feed so many people. It takes 25 cents to feed someone for an entire day somewhere else in the world. 25 cents. Think about that. Your average lunch, you could probably feed 5 or 6 people just in skipping one lunch. So it's something we can do, and it's a way we can make an impact, and a way we can tell people about Jesus, because they're like, well, why do you want me to do this? So, and we're going to be having a lock-in with Hope United Methodist, and we're going to be going out there. So it's in Franklin. We'll get you more information about it, but it's November 11th, Friday, November 11th through Saturday morning the 12th. So, and those times are wrong, but we'll get there. And Christmas break, we're also going to have a luau with Hope. I think it's going to be on December 28th. It's a Wednesday. So it'll be a fun time to go. We'll have some slip and slide games inside and a bunch of decorations. We'll have some crazy food. Maybe some burgers with pineapples. I don't know, but it'll be fun. We'll have a luau during Christmas break to keep you from being too bored. And as always, we'll have a Christmas party the Sunday night of the cantata. We'll watch some Christmas episodes of some TV shows. We'll make some gifts for some people, and we'll go caroling. So we're going to also work in conjunction with Hope on this too. It's going to be super exciting. So I hope you guys don't miss that. Shalom. As always, there's a homeless ministry that stays at our church 2 weeks out of the year, and they need help with people hanging out with them and to serve a meal. So we're going to be doing that. So keep your ears posted for that. And in February, we're going to go snow tubing. Don't know where yet. Maybe somewhere different than where we have been the last few years. We'll see. And this is huge. I want everybody to come to this if they can. It's $44 a person. We'll be getting you the information here pretty soon, because we already have it out. So that way you can order tickets at a cheaper rate, because if you wait too long, they'll go up. But this is the Dare to Share people. We've been using some of their stuff. We use their stuff all summer long, and it's an awesome conference. We had 5 students go with us last year to Columbus, but this one's in Dayton, so we can just come home and sleep in our own beds overnight and then get back up and go. So it's going to be awesome. You guys don't want to miss it. It's just a great way to get out and be energized to share the good news that Jesus loves us and died for us with everyone. They pump me up, and they'll help pump you up too. So you won't miss it. And on April 13th and 14th, we're going to work with hopefully a ton of churches, at least 3 churches in Monroe. And we're going to do a cardboard city where we sleep outside, so we can kind of get a feel for what it would be like to actually be homeless here. Because last year we focused a lot on what it would be like somewhere else in the world, but we're going to talk about what it's like here. So hope you guys don't miss that. It's a really cool experience if you've never done the 30-hour FAMA before. It's also another way that we do to raise money for people who don't have enough to eat. All right. And in the summers, we're going to keep doing prayer breakfast, probably at Myers. Most of you guys know about that, and if not, ask somebody. They're pretty fun. And this summer, we're going to be going somewhere to a music festival. We're either going to go to Creation Festival in Pennsylvania, or there's Spirit Song at Kings Island, and Ichthus is happening again down in Kentucky. So we'll pick one of them and go to it. So I'll let you guys know as they start getting more information out. All right. So that's all we had, guys. Thank you, and check out the other videos to see what you missed.